Hey guys, welcome back. This is a part 2 of the video that I did yesterday, so if you want to be caught up, know what's going on, check out that video. It's probably one of my favorite videos on iGen, but without further ado, let's hop into it. Alright, next verse. I hold your future in my hands. I'd leave 99 to find one that ran. I'll give you my love once you just come with me. I'll show you a place where you can be free. Now, I touched on some of these things yesterday, and of course some of the concepts, elements of the song will repeat, but I hope that today I can kind of give a fresh light on them. So start at the beginning. I hold your future in my hands. Now this one is pretty simple because so many times we stress about what's going to happen in the future. Sometimes the whole world is in panic, but sometimes we are in panic and the whole world can't know about it. We don't want to tell anyone. But guess what? No matter what the situation is, no matter how many people are in danger, God still holds the future in his hands. You ever heard that song, He's Got the Whole World in His Hands? That kid song? It's true, because God is in control. He's holding it. He's making sure that you are going to be okay. But sometimes that has to do with hardships. Just because he loves you doesn't mean he's not going to put you through hard times, because hard times are what strengthen people. I'll tell you this from my experience in working out, my experience in running. If you want to make progress, if you want to become stronger, faster, you need to work hard. And sometimes that's miserable. But the payoff in the end is worth it, because those benefits, those rewards, they stick with you. I'd leave 99 to find one that ran. This is of course talking about that parable of the shepherd who left his 99 sheep just to go after the one, and then he carried that one home on his shoulders because of how much he cares about the one, because of how much he cares about every individual, because of how much he cares about you, specifically, individually, you. Don't doubt that. I'll give you my love once you just come with me. Now, so many times people search for love, but they do it in the wrong places. Guys, if this song can teach you anything, I want to tell you that if you want love, satisfaction, truth, a relationship, God is the place to go, because he's not going to fail when he gives you those things. If you look for them in the world, it's going to fail. People are going to mess up. People are going to make mistakes. Your society around you, it's not going to be just. It's not going to be fair. It's not going to be right. But God, he'll give you love. He'll provide for you exactly what you need. Won't you just come with me? Won't you just choose him? Just choose him, and he will give you everything that you need. I'll show you a place where you can be free. Do you ever feel like you can't express yourself? Do you ever feel like you have to hold back? Do you ever feel like you have to cover up something? Well, guess what? God is going to give you a place where you can be free, where you can live your life, live the life that you want to, and not worry about pressure from anyone else around you. Next verse, we're going back to the chorus. Oh, come to the garden with me. I'll show you who you were made to be. I just dropped my pen, but I'll set you free. No, that's not the lyrics. I bought you with blood so you can be free. Won't you come to the garden with me? Now, I talked about the chorus in the last video, so I'm not going to touch on that. But there is one unique line in here. I bought you with blood so you can be free. Now, freedom is a theme in this. Do you know why? Because sin enslaves. Sin enslaves. But God gives freedom from our traps, from our enslavement, from our chains. He will free us. So he's saying, I bought you with blood so that you can be free. We are slaves, but God paid the price so that he could buy us, and he sets us free because he loves us, because he created us to be his children. How did he buy us? With blood. That's the sacrifice on the cross. He sacrificed his own life, a painful death on the cross, so that me, you, everyone watching this video, all of your family, all of your friends, so that they can be free. Won't you come to the garden with me? We're almost done here. I see the longing in your sighs, dreams of much more, a meaningful life. You're unsatisfied with all you have done, but even in failure, I'll call you my son. It's probably one of my favorite verses, because So many times it'll come to the end of a day and I'll be like, I didn't do anything. And I'll just be laying in bed and I'll be like, there's some longing in there. I want to do something with my life. Everyone wants to do something. Some people just aren't motivated enough to do it, but everyone wants to do something. So God is saying, I see the longing in those sighs. Dreams of much more. I know that you have aspirations to do more. A meaningful life. You're unsatisfied with all you've done, because if you try to go and find satisfaction in the world, you're not going to be satisfied. God gives you satisfaction, we'll get there. But even in failure, I'll call you my son. Doesn't matter what you've done. Ladies and gentlemen, listen, it doesn't matter what you've done. Even if you fail, you still have the most precious gift of all, and that's God's willingness to call you his son, to adopt you into his royal family. If I can take away anything from this video, it's probably that I'm going to be holding a pen from now on, because I feel kind of cool, and I like making a dramatic point by pointing it. But another takeaway. It's in this last verse. Chorus again. Once you come to the garden with me, I'll show you who you were made to be. You're made perfect in love. You're my masterpiece. Won't you come to the garden with me? Of course, it's the chorus again. But the one unique line is, you're made perfect in love. You're my masterpiece. Ladies and gentlemen, we can't do it ourselves. We can't make it on our own, but we are made perfect in love. We are not perfect. We have sinned. We've sinned. That's not perfect. But with God's love, we are made perfect in God's love, because we are his masterpiece. Whenever you look in the mirror, what do you look at first? It's probably a flaw or something that you perceive to be a flaw. But guess what? God made you exactly how he wanted you, and he loves you exactly how he made you. Don't lose track of that. Keep in mind that whatever you may be struggling with within yourself, it's probably there for a reason. I remember I made a video earlier. It's titled Some Modern Takeaways, an earlier series I did. God used this man's flaw to turn him into the next James Bond. And this guy grew up his entire life thinking that he was a flawed creature, and then God used him for something significant. So no matter what you think may be wrong with you, God made you exactly how he wanted you. You are made perfect in love, and you are his masterpiece. Just come to the garden. He wants a relationship with you. Accept it. Seek him out, because he wants you. He loves you. When the world doesn't, when the world is harsh to you, God loves you. He will pick you up, carry you on his shoulders back to where he wants you to be, and that is in the garden, where he can talk to you every single day, because he wants a connection, a relationship with you. And that's all I got. Feel free to go back and listen to the worship song again. But, peace.